Alright, Beerzerker here, and we're gonna drink the old speckled hen, give it a review. This is 5.2% alcohol. It is fine ale. It is I should try not to read the French side here. Might help us. Fine English ale, that's what I thought. It said in French, I wasn't sure. Moreland is the brewery, and that's a 500ml can. It's the same price as all the this is side by side with all the nitro beers. The 4 packs come with this. Most of them are from the UK. So, established 1711, and I've had a couple of these, and I think they're pretty good. So, it's been out of the fridge for a little bit, so it is cold. I want to pour it a little bit vigorously. There we go. There's a color shot for you. You can see the carbonation from there. Can't you? You can see with the shitty camera. All the way from back there, you can see the bubbles. Everything seems to have calmed down. Big bubbles. Oh, this glass is etched. That's right. Okay. Right on. Getting some great aromas out of there. I do like the English ales a lot. I do like brown ales and stuff. This is kind of I wouldn't quite call it a brown. It's more of a tobacco. It's a tobacco beer. Tobacco color, caramely kind of. You might almost want to call that a. I don't know if it's red enough for me. It's kind of an amber, isn't it? White head. Not quite nice. Very complex. Reminds me of the ESB a little, you know what I mean? Smell-wise, you know? Yeah. It's got that same type of body to it, too. ESB, I've tried it. Really flat, but kind of. I like this better, but than, well, than the fours. Getting a lot of like caramely mixed with like nice bitter combinations here. I just guys tell you. One of these beers I had the other day told me. Why, that was a different thing. Yeah, toasty, caramely. It's not exactly my favorite kind of English beer style, or my beer style from the British Isles kind of thing. There's a few styles more. They're all pretty good, but the body in these types are a little bit gross, a little, you know. It's a little bit gross. Like they're not. It's still a really good beer, but the body to the beer is a little bit. But this one I like because the maltiness makes up for it, and it's not overly malty. You know, like basically there's like your traditional brown ale. It's like how I don't really know for sure exactly how you categorize them, but from what I've found out from what I know, is that there's the traditional brown style, which is kind of a nice dry brown ale, and then you can get into your Scottish heavies and stuff like that, which is like sometimes are ridiculously malty and sweet, and the percentage goes way up. And by the traditional brown, I would mean more like a Newcastle or something like that, or you know. And then there's like these ESB style, and this one seems, I believe this one is a little more amber than that. I think that one was a little bit amber. I could be wrong. It has this kind of weird mouthfeel. And of course you got your stouts. St. McCaffrey's, that was a pale ale, nitro one. Your pails. This one reminds me a lot of the ESB. I'd almost throw it in the same bucket. I mean, like, I just went through all that nonsense to try and let you know if you've never had this beer, you kind of put it in the same vicinity as the ESB, but I prefer this better than the Fuller's by about 90%. Yeah, I could definitely get into this as more like a session beer for me. Um, it's really low carb. It's not really doing a lot of lacing. Um, it's it definitely has a lot of things going for it. It's kind of a flavor extravaganza. It's kind of like it's like an IPA, um, almost, but not quite as bold. But completely different flavor. But it's like I like to drink IPAs when you're in a certain mood. This would be kind of a similar thing, a little more toned down. I could just see myself in the back of a dark, weird ass old person bar or something in the back, just sipping things down, getting wasted or something. Um, like at the Legion. I doubt they serve this there, but if they did, that's where I'd go. I'd go get it there. And I'd sit in the back and play checkers with some dude. The Legion. Yeah, no, it's really complex, not super complex, but actually quite. The flavors are here and there, very caramely and toffee, malty, a lot of bitter, and a lot of bitter. That's kind of like it's kind of like an IPA, like that. It's a little bit edgy, but it's not quite there. It's not that style. It's quite delicious. Um, I highly recommend trying this beer. This is definitely something that you should try. Hardly lacing though. Not much going on for carbonation. It's definitely a sip, like not a sipping beer, but it's like you really enjoy it, and I can see like enjoying it too much. Like it's 5.2%, and I could drink this all night. It's just like something you might not be able to stop doing. Like man, if I had no obligations, or you know, if I didn't have shit to do, and there was a lot of this laying around, I could probably drink it until it was all gone. Maybe just drink it real slow so you don't get too drunk. Just keep drinking it until it's all fucking gone. but I have shit that I gotta do, right? So I can't drink speckled hen for 48 hours straight. Mm. Yeah, fabulous. That is a flavor extravaganza that I can't just really describe to you. Obviously, I'm having trouble. So I highly recommend buying it to check it out. And I don't think I'd be scared to let this one warm up a little. Like you probably want to drink it chilled a bit, but um, I don't think you really have to necessarily drink it right out of the fridge kind of thing. Like if you let it sit for half an hour, even you'd totally be fine to drink it. Also, I did find with the ESB too is a you want to let it warm up a bit, I think, because really there's a lot of like your tongue is just working overtime with this kind of beer. It's really there's a lot of great maltiness and bitterness and stuff in this beer that is really addictive. Like you can't get enough of it. Like by the time you get the flavor, it's kind of gone, and you just kind of like sitting there with the aftertaste, like, oh wow, that was amazing, and then you got to keep drinking it to kind of. It's a very addictive beer. For me, I'm not really. I don't like to think of myself as an alcoholic, but that type of beer would be like it's like cheesecake. You got to finish the whole piece, even though you know you shouldn't or whatever. It's just like you got to keep going, right? You got to keep fucking drinking beer because it's fucking just bang more flavors. It isn't just a fucking turn into an alcoholic. It's great, fucking great beer. You should try it. Unless you have a drinking problem, fucking maybe stay clear. Beerzerker about.